those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
And he gets it to go.
Andrew Griffin, an all-star from his rookie season. The spotlight came early, but it hasn't taken away from his competitive drive. And I think the criticism he's faced, fair or not, will only spur him to greater heights.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group. And Booker kicks to Hood, takes a three, and it's good. Exum's got himself going here, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Evans, he's checked in for Derek Favors. Miller, no up. Jazz trail by 18. 1:16 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Hood. Kicks it to Exum. Gets the front of the rim and out.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
Here's Crawford. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, every time these two teams face off, it is Battle Los Angeles. For so long, the Lakers have really owned the city. But the Clippers looking to make up for lost time right now.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Davis is checked in for Jordan. Smith comes in for Blake Griffin. Pierce is checked in for Johnson. And Paul subbed in for Miller. The shot by Pierce will not go.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Here's Ingles. The pass to Hood. It's stolen by Smith. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Crawford's shot is good.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
Now, here's Exum. Defended by Paul. That's good. Exum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The pick wasn't ultra effective, but it got him just enough room for the score.
There's Crawford with the three. That's good. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Blake Griffin, and obviously a high-scoring half for you guys on this one, Blake. What was the key to breaking it open?
It starts on defense. Our defense did a good job of getting stops, getting rebounds, getting out in the open floor. Got some easy buckets, and then shots start to fall.
Blake, thank you. Kevin, a complete culture change with this organization.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Blake Griffin in this game. He's been everywhere.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
So on the floor for Utah. Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Favors is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Burke in at the 1 spot. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Favors against Griffin. And it's Hayward. That time on the assist from Favors.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Derek Favors, a really nice fit in Utah. Tough, has a low-key, low-maintenance personality. Doesn't seem to get bothered by attention and accolades. All he does is work.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
And Favors last season, guys, signing a 4-year extension with the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, he wanted to stay in Utah, and they've certainly been happy to have him. A foundational piece for this team, no question.
Now, here's Burke. And Burks now atop the key. Out left to the wing. Shot off the screen. And there's another one for the Jazz. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Miller. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials on the contact, and he'll shoot two.
You know, it took a little while, but at the Staples Center now, the team to fear is the Clippers. They were tough here at home last year.
Well, guys, you were talking about with the Clippers. It wasn't that they would beat you here. Steve, they would blow you out here.
Yeah, well, I mean, their average win margin here at home last year was almost double digits. I mean, think about that. Average, they would win by a blowout here at Staples.
Now here's Hayward. Clock at 4. Paul with the steal. Johnson wide open. He fires. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one. Utah calls timeout.
Chris Paul, arguably the league's best point guard, and he does have the best player efficiency rating of any point guard in the history of the ratings. A future Hall of Famer. This is an all-time great we're watching play right now.
Out to Hayward. Misses the 3.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
They're rolling now. 5 straight hoops to start this quarter. And you talk about Chris Paul's statistical resume. You know, that often overlooks his defense, but he's a perennial all-NBA defense selection over the last 7 years or so. He's a lead at both ends.
Now, here's Burks. 3 on the clock. It's rebounded by Paul. Here's Miller. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's going to go on Alec Burks. And Chris Paul, such a scrappy defender, Clark, the league leader in steals per game for 4 straight years.
Yeah, he's got such quick hands, and really what makes him so dangerous defensively is his anticipation. And I've watched him off the ball a lot defensively, and he just anticipates where that pass is going, and then he gets there right at first.
A nice shot by Griffin.
This is a fantastic run to start this second half.
Jazz have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Burke dishes to Favors. Ball's knocked loose, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Look at some of the numbers for DeAndre Jordan. Coming off an excellent season last year. Last year averaged 10 points per game, 13 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. Today's NBA, you have to have a good backup big to rotate in, and that's exactly what he's given this club.
You know, to be able to match up with other bigs when going to the bench, I think it's a must-have option for strong NBA teams if you're going to compete and contend for possible championship.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, the Utah Jazz with 2 great point guard prospects in Trey Burke and Dante Exum. Can they play together? Head coach Quinn Snyder said, "We talk about positions in a rigid way, but you just figure out how to play together. The league is heading that way anyway, with guards that can make multiple plays. It makes matchups hard. Hard to doubt that, guys."
Well, certainly 2 players who can score and set the table, Doris. It should be fun to watch. Now here's Paul, following the miss by Griffin. Again, Los Angeles.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
Yeah, but look down at the other end of the court. The same has not held true.
Now here's Burks. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. Well, Trey Burke and Alec Burks, the Burke-Burks headcoach. Try saying that fast 5 times.
I will not. That is indeed a bit of a tongue twister. But, you know, Kevin, these 2 have a chance to make a pretty special backcourt tandem. Both are really exceptional ball handlers. And I like Alec Burks' ability to attack the rim and finish creatively. And, you know, Trey Burke showed in his rookie year that he can shoot it from deep and knows how to run a team effectively.
Here's Exum following the basket by Blake Griffin. Hayward with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up, and the call goes against Wesley Johnson. That's his first foul for the Clippers. Davis comes in for Blake Griffin, and it's Smith in for Wesley Johnson. Hayward with a screen for Exum. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. These teams were last season's best passers, the squads with the most assists in the NBA. The Clippers third.
Well, I thought this team last season was a team that had some beautiful dimes. I mean, they would spread the floor with their ball movement and spacing and player movement. It was a beautiful thing to watch. Nice passes leading to baskets.
They get it back, and Davis sends it back. Deep two from Crawford. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 6th assist on the night. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Clippers?
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Exum passes to Ingles, and the rejection by Smith. Pierce kicks to Smith. Paul outside. Smith outside. Shot clock at 6. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Crawford's shot is good.
He was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
Exum dishes to Evans. Hayward kicks to Exum. He feeds it to Hayward. Here's Ingles. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Oh, man, that was unreal. Mark it up.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
The Jazz have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Here's Exum, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Exum's got 7.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
The drive by Paul comes up empty down low.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Exum passes to Ingles. There's the feed to Exum. He kicks it to Evans. Davis with the block. Crawford outside. The tray. Rebound, Utah. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
This game kicks off what should be an interesting season series between these clubs. And, of course, they'll see each other 4 times this year.
Now Smith. Smith left side. There's Crawford with the 3. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And at the end of the third. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Smith is out there with Pierce. And it's Crawford, and there's Davis, and Stevenson in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
Yes,
you?
sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
Here's Ingles. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake.
Looked like the defense kind of backed off him, and he took advantage.
Deep 2 from Crawford, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
Hood can't get it to go.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yep, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
And it's Smith missing, and Glenn Davis is going to pick up that foul. That's his first foul, and Utah making a change here. Here's Exum, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Dante Exum, a long, athletic combo guard out of Australia. His father came from the U.S. He was a teammate at North Carolina with Michael Jordan and went to Australia to play professionally for a number of years. That's why Dante grew up down under.
Now here's Stevenson. Here's Crawford. and got hung up on the dunk. Quite enough elevation there.